Agents, this is Luis Moreno with Insurance Agent Training. Guys, do you have your 2026 ACA new business and renewal strategy ready? Do you guys know what you're going to do next year or this year during the open enrollment, which is a few weeks away? Have you started preparing for what is going to happen? Which, if you don't know, guys, we're going to see some craziness when it comes to premiums next year. I'm going to share what I'm doing right now to prepare for this strategy, or for my strategy for my renewals, which is about 5,000 clients, and also hopefully for the 1,000 plus that we are going to acquire our new business. But before I do that, I need a favor from you guys. Number one is give me any comments down below. I'm the only one that replies. Number two, help me out with a like on here. The more people that like this video, the more it spreads out to other agents. And third, you better subscribe. Guys, help me out here. My channel is growing. We're a few away from getting to 8,000 subscribers. I would love your assistance with getting a subscribe for you. And when you do that, you're going to get every email that I'm going to put out. And I'm putting out a ton of emails on ACA, some Medicare emails on hot tips and things that I think are going to help you grow your agency. All right, so let's get in here. So let's talk about what the problem is. Maybe you don't know. Okay, so let's talk about the problem that we're going to be dealing with in 2026. Okay, so here's the problem. All right, so the problem is this. All right, so Kaiser Family Foundation came up with this great calculator. And how do they know things? I don't know. But let's get in here and let's quote maybe a 25-year-old. You know what? Let's do 45,000. Let's stay with that. 45,000. They don't have job. It is a family of four, mom, dad, and two kids. So we'll do two adults. Let's do a 45-year-old and maybe a 50-year-old. Okay, and two children. Okay. All right, and so we'll do the children, maybe a 4-year-old and 8. Okay, great. All right, now this is what the foundation, the KF, came up with. So right now, in 2025, with enhanced subsidies that we're dealing with, this person for the silver plan pays $0. Next year, they're going to pay $134 for the very same plan. Okay, to me, it doesn't seem like that's a huge increase. But for them, this may be, this is just too much. Okay. So we're going to have some options. One of the really cool things that I see right here is that in 2026, without the enhanced subsidies, so what you guys are seeing right here, this is without and this is with. Okay. So you see here that for the silver plan, they're paying $0 now. They will be paying $134 next year. But they are going to have access to a $0 premium. All right, so what do you do? Okay, so before I get into the actual strategy, I want to share what a lot of insureds are dealing with out there. Guys, I pulled 3 newspapers out. Okay, this first newspaper says on here, government shutdown has 4 million Texans caught in the middle. Okay, and this is in reference to health insurance. Okay, here's another article. As a small business owner, I know the cost of losing my ACA subsidies. Not good. Okay, read this article. Not good. And then another article. Yes, I'm still one of those guys that gets paper and read. Okay, will uninsureds lose? Okay, Bill spurs fears in South Texas and elsewhere that providers won't be able to keep helping. Looking like maybe some of these rural hospitals may be shutting down because people aren't going to have insurance. Okay, so these 3, read about them. What I will do here is I'm going to share this. This is a pretty cool little article, and I'm going to put this in the link so you want to read about it. But this is talking about self-employed people. I'm self-employed. We may not have access to group insurance, okay, because it's expensive. And, what are these millions of self-employed business owners and their employees going to do? with their insurance next year, especially for the ones that may be losing subsidies. It's a real problem. How about this one? Okay. Why 4 million Texans are caught in the middle of this government shutdown. That's the article that I just shared here. Well, what's going on? 4 million Texans now taking advantage of tax credits in which they may not be getting those tax credits. This puts them in the center of the fight over the federal spending that led to the government shutdown earlier this week. Okay, so without the enhanced subsidies, the enrollees can expect an additional $700 in premium a year. I don't think that's much, but for them it may be at 60 something dollars a month more. So yeah, it's not going to be a good thing. One of the crazy numbers that I saw here is how many people they're predicting to lose. How many people are predicted to not continue with their health insurance? And let's see if I can find that. But somewhere in here, in one of these articles I was reading, at least in Texas, a ton of people are going to decide not to go without insurance. So not a good thing. All right, so let's go back to the calculator. All right, so we kind of see this scenario. Let's go change some of the parameters here. Let's say it is single person. Okay, no kids. All right, same scenario, 45,000. And let's see what's going to happen here. So we see the enhanced subsidies. This is 2025. Okay. And this is what's going to happen in 2026. Okay. Without the enhanced subsidies, this person is paying 206. It's going up to 359. Might be a little tight. Okay. And, we can possibly downgrade them to 219 on a bronze plan. Again, we're looking here at the silver options. So is this a good deal? Maybe, maybe not. Kind of depends if they're getting cost sharing reductions. Remember, cost sharing reductions, what those are is if they qualify based on their income and their household size, they get a reduced deductible and reduced out of pockets and copays. Okay, it's nice. Well, those are only applicable to silver plans. If you downgrade them to a bronze plan, well, there goes their maximum out of pocket back to 9,000, 10,000, way beyond what the CSRs were bringing it down to. So you got to prepare your insurance for that. Okay, so hope all this is making sense. So let's start off with my strategy. So what is going to be my strategy? Boy, I wish I had like a writing board, but I'm going to share the very first strategies here is when you're running your quotes. So let's get into me running a quote. Let me share this screen. Okay. Let's go share. All right. So you guys are seeing my quote screen. So let's say I'm here in this scenario. She's getting CSRs and I'm going to be in the silver category. That's normally where I would go. Okay. Oh, well, it logged me out. What a shocker. Now, guys, I will tell you, if you're logged on not for 30 minutes, and I don't know why it did that, you're going to have to do this two-factor authorization crap. All right, so I'm back in. Okay, get in here, and let's say that this person has Oscar. Okay, it's a silver plan. They're paying $2. And let's say this thing goes up to $100. So step number one, hey, how's your plan going? Okay, are you okay with your current plan? Your rate went up to 100. Are you going to be okay with that? Okay, so step number one is you keep them in the same plan that they're in. Okay, so hopefully that's the easy route, number one. Number two, they tell you, no, you know what? No, I'm not going to pay that. So I would say your second strategy is this. You're going to go find other potential silver plans within the same company. That way, normally what I have seen with carriers, and when you stay with the same metal level plan, there's not that much of a change, if any, change in the network and the formulary. So at least we're going to preserve that for them when you maybe switch them. Maybe they were in this Oscar plan and you move them to this Oscar plan. Now, Oscar has these HMOs and then they also have an EPO that's down here somewhere. So assuming that the network is the same, okay, maybe you save them a little bit of money by staying with the same carrier, okay, just a same metal level, just another option that they have. All right, that's number two. The third option that I would say you guys need to do is you're going to go try to find another carrier in the same metal level. So maybe they had this Blue Cross plan and it's too high, but you find this plan to be better, but it's still the same silver plan and they're taking advantage of the CSRs. Okay. But remember that when you switch them to a different carrier, got to be aware that you're now dealing with a new carrier, of course, the obvious. You're having to now check the network and you're having to check the form that, yeah, you're saving them some premium, but you also want to make sure that you're taking care of their needs. Make sure that they can still see the doctors they go see. And if they don't, they're not in the network, are they willing to go find new doctors and then rock and roll? Same thing on the medications. Check the meds. Make sure they're in the formulary of the new silver plan. And if they're not, they're going to have to go get some alternatives. Right? And if that's okay, rock and roll. If it's not okay, well then, put it back on them. What do you want me to do? Okay. So now we're going to go to number 4. Okay. So number 1, they stay where they're at. Number 2, stay the same metal level with the same carrier. Number 3, they stay with the same metal level, but they change carriers. Number 4 is now you're going to change metal levels. Now you're going to entertain maybe going to an expanded bronze. Maybe you entertain going to a gold plan. Maybe there's a possibility that we're going to get this catastrophic for over 30, this copper plan. I think that's what they're going to call it. Maybe, I don't know. I've heard some talk about it, but I haven't heard. I talked to some carrier reps and they don't even know about it. So maybe it's not going to materialize. So now you're going to look at alternative metal levels. When you're in that category of searching either with a bronze or a gold, maybe try the original carrier. That way you stay in that same carrier, that same family, same network, same formulary, but you're dropping down to a different metal level. See if that works. And if it still doesn't work, then what you may have to do is you may have to go to a different carrier and a completely different metal level. Okay. And new metal level, new carrier, new homework for the doctors and meds. But here's the key thing, guys. Make sure that you're making them aware. Okay. Make sure that you're making them aware that moving to a bronze plan, expanded bronze, may be catastrophic, or a gold plan. What's happening when you do that? The CSRs that they had, if they had any, are no longer in effect or applicable to those plans. So their out of pockets are going to skyrocket. It's going to be 10,000 and change next year, 10,300 or 100, 600, somewhere in there. Either way, 10K max out of pocket. Yeah, I'm going to save you some money from that silver plan, but we're going to go to a $0 premium plan. But you have got to be aware, guys, that now your max out of pocket is 10K. Okay, so, it's a gamble. Save monthly premium versus increasing your max out of pocket. What are you going to do? Okay, let them decide. Okay, if they just go that route, I always throw out the Allstate Plan Enhancer to cover that out of pocket in case they have an accident or they're hospitalized. Well, now you're going to change that benefit amount. Let's say they have one. Maybe you increase it to match the new out of pocket. Or if they don't have it, offer it. Because what are they going to do? I'm telling you, they don't have the money. If they're already complaining about a $70 and $100 premium, where do you think they're going to get $10,000 to cover that max out of pocket when they're hospitalized? They're not going to get it. It's going to be a big problem. So make sure you get it. All right. So staying within the ACA world, those are the options. Okay, I think we were at 4 and you're done. Now, let's say that you do all that hunting and this insured still tells you, I'm not doing it. Now, what are you going to do? Let's go to number 5. And number 5, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start entertaining short-term medical plans. Okay, I'm going to go run some quotes with UH1. That's the individual arm of or branch of United Healthcare that has a bunch of ancillaries, dental and vision, indemnity, but they have a really great, well-priced short-term medical. Their only problem, it's a 3+1 product. 4 months and you're done. Okay. Allstate, they have, again, a same suite of products. Okay. The plan enhancer is mainly what I use them for, but they also have a 3+1, a 4-month short-term medical, but they allow you to stack 3 of them together. So 4 here, 4 here, and another 4 here. Okay. 12 months. So you're able to do that with Allstate, all 3. You can't do that with UH1. And then another carrier that's out there is Pivot Health. They do a 364-day policy, but you can stack 3 of them and rate lock it. Okay, found that out a couple of days ago when I did a webinar with them, and I'm going to be sharing that with you guys. But you can rate lock 3. Here's a problem with short-term medicals. First of all, regardless of their income, they're not getting any subsidies. Okay, so the price is the price. Second of all, you got to be very, very aware of this, guys. They do not cover pre-existing conditions. Okay, none of that is covered. No pre-existing coverage. Okay, so if they got something major, these short-term medical plans are not going to cover it. Okay, know that. ACA, besides group insurance, ACA is the only other medical insurance that will cover pre-existing conditions. Everything else, no, they have to go through underwriting. They have to answer the health questions. Okay, they don't answer the health questions. It's a no-go, a 100% no-go. Okay, all right, so we talked about what I'm going to do in the ACA world. That doesn't work out. I'm going to go to short-term medical, try to quote over there and see what I can do for them there. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to go to maybe some limited benefit plans like the Allstate Plan Enhancer, where it reimburses them for an accident up to whatever amount. It pays them $1 amount if they're hospitalized. That's one option. The other option is maybe the Manhattan Life Affordable Choice. And they've got a plan there that pays them for certain medical procedures. In the hospital, they get X amount of dollars per day. Okay, so, but it's not cheap. It's better than nothing. And it doesn't cover the entire bill, but it's better than nothing. It's really meant to be a supplement to a health plan, but if they don't have a health plan and this is all they got, hey, it's better than nothing. Way, way better than nothing. All right, so we've got those. The 5th one, or we're at option 6 now. Option 6 is what I use. I personally use MediShare. And yeah, there's some talking heads out there. Don't ever do it. Don't even, you know what? You're knocking it before you know anything about it. So MediShare is not insurance, guys. All right, I will tell you that, number 1. It is a Christian health ministry sharing type of plan. It is not insurance, but it also does not cover pre-existing conditions. All right, so again, if they got pre-existing, you're going to throw them into the ACA world and hopefully they get something. MediShare is meant for the super healthy. Okay, it also doesn't have any copays. It does not have prescriptions. I mean, it is just really a major medical. Okay, but it's cheaper than having insurance. And when you're super healthy, you know, you want to have something for that just in case. All right. So the last one, number 7, where hopefully our insureds don't do this. I hope they don't go down this road. What are we going to do? Uninsured. Okay. So if they go uninsured, guess what they're going to do? And this is the story that I would share with them because this is a true story. And I have a client. Well, she's not a client yet. She's been trying to be a client, but I can't get her in. She didn't have insurance and she didn't have an SEP for me to utilize. Okay. But being uninsured and them having the thought of, oh, I'll just go to the emergency room. Oh, man, get ready. The one thing is our emergency rooms are going to get flooded with all these uninsured people. Okay. But an emergency room is not there to treat. Okay. They're meant mainly to plug a hole. Okay. You got a hole, you got a cut in your body. You know, they're the issue. And here's the story to share. Story to share is this, guys. Okay. So I have a lady, older lady. She's not old enough for Medicare yet. But she has been diagnosed with colorectal cancer. Okay. She's bleeding badly. Goes to the ER and they patch her up. They keep telling her, you got to go get treatment for your cancer. Okay. She goes to the cancer center. They're not going to treat her without insurance. And she doesn't have money to pay. So she's not getting treatment. She's stuck. They sent her to me. And great. I was like, well, definitely, let me see what I can do for you. Can't do anything for her. Can't get her in. None. I mean, there's none of these options because she doesn't have an SCP that I can utilize. So now she's going without insurance. Now I did tell her November the 1st, you were my first call. I'm going to get you in the door. But the problem is your plan's not going to start till January. And she's like, I don't know, I'll even be alive then. I'm like, you know, you took a gamble by not getting insurance when you're shit up because you wanted to save on premiums, and you lost the gamble because now you're being diagnosed with something life-threatening. Okay, and it's just, you know, what she's wanted me to do is I use this analogy because I'm also a P&C guy. She wants me to insure her house while it's burning up. Under the old Biden rules, you know, if she had some low income, I could do that. House is on fire, burned down, I can insure her. Hey, it's going to cover her. But under the new administration, new rules, those days are gone. I can't utilize a low income SCP to get her in. And if you truly don't lose any kind of insurance, what kind of life event's going to get you in? There's not one to utilize. So share a very good story with your insurance. Let them know, hey, we go down this path. Something is better than nothing. But nothing is really nothing. You don't want to run around like that. It's not a good thing. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you with that. Down below, a couple of things. I got some products that I created that I offer agents. Okay, I have my smart books. Okay, smart books are really my insurance reference manuals, and I'm updating them. I don't have them ready for 2026 yet because I'm waiting for the finalized numbers. But here's what I will do. When you buy the current version, if you want to go get it, you can buy them individually. You can buy the bundle. Okay. It's a one-time purchase, and you will get the 2026 version when I have it ready, and you don't have to ever buy it again in future years. All right. That's number one. Number two, this is what I love doing. Guys, I have coaching calls. If you want to hire me for either a half hour or a 1 hour coaching call, just me and you. I've got 25 years of business insurance experience that I can share with you. I've done it all. Okay. I haven't done a call center. Never been in a call center environment. So I don't know much about that. But other than that, in the insurance world, P&C, life and health, Medicare, hit me. It's going to be hard to get something by me. But you want to talk strategy. You want to talk how to get into business. You want to talk building an agency, you want to talk about staffing, whatever it may be. Guys, I have a link down below. Get a half hour, 1 hour of my time. Hey, you know, where are you going to go? You get this for the, you know, whatever you need. And I will tell you this also, guys. I share whatever I got. I'm not going to hold anything back. Okay. So other deal is I always tell agents, you got to have a CRM, guys. That is the best tool that you must have. If you don't have a CRM, maybe you do, but it sucks, or you're paying a lot for it. Guys, you got to try my CRM. It's called Agent CRM. I am an affiliate for them. Okay, I'm a big believer of what they do. They're constantly creating stuff for insurance agents. And it is an organization, it is a business that is in the business of helping insurance agents. That's all they do. They're not insurance agents themselves. What they are is they got agent CRM and they offer it to agents and they do their thing, but they're focused on insurance agents. So you get everything that they give you. You get everything that I create, all the workflows that I create. Their stuff is more general. My stuff is specific to insurance agents. All right. So you get mine, theirs, same price. Hit my link below. Give it a try. You're going to love it. All right. Then the last thing is, well, two more. Okay. I always forget. Two more things. The community. I created, so I have a school community of all my agents, 900, almost 900 agents, and I do my trainings for them. I support them. I do a lot of stuff for them because they're my agents, and I make an override commission on what they sell. So I got a vested interest in what they do. But if you're an agent that's not mine and you're out there and you're all alone and you're like, man, I want to get some support. Okay, I created a community. In the community, it's a paid membership. It's $50 a month. But in this community, what we do is everything I do for my agents over here, all my trainings, all my support, I'm going to be doing it for you guys also. So if you feel all alone in an island and you're like, man, I wish I had part of a team, and you can't join my team right now anyway, even if you wanted to, okay, go to the community, guys. I'm going to be doing weekly, daily, 1 hour Zooms where I support you guys. It's not going to be like an open mic. Anything you want to talk about, scenarios. Hey, what do I do here? What do I do with this? Or I have this situation. Whatever you want, we'll knock it out. And lastly, leads. Where do I go get leads? Well, guys, in addition to me doing my grassroots marketing, what I'm doing is I am advertising on social media. So if you want to take advantage of social media and you don't know how to advertise, Shauna, she's got a course that she put together. It is an incredible course geared for insurance agents to advertise on social media. You got to capitalize on that, guys. All right. Capitalize on the social media aspect because it's out there. You shouldn't just be doing grassroots marketing, and you shouldn't just only be doing social media advertising. You should be doing both. And her course, man, is solid. I added a little bit to it where I added my what happens after you get a lead. So guys, get on it. Okay. A lot of tools that I have for you. And finally, I ask for your support. Help me out. Like this video. Okay. Any comments, I'll hit you back up myself. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Surely would appreciate that. Guys, this is Luis Moreno with Insurance Agent Training.